Hello, fellow Project Inspired girls. Sometimes it's hard for you to listen or follow advice from people that have not been in the situation that you're in. Project Inspired has some great ideas for having a good relationship and staying pure. It's really helped me and my fiance with our relationship. I'm a 17-year-old girl from New York State, and I live in the town with the highest unemployment rate and the highest welfare rate. My town sets such low standards for everything, including relationships. With my surroundings, it can be very hard not to dress for attention and to stay pure. Now, I'm not ashamed to say this. God has blessed me with a big bust size, although it can be a curse at times when my favorite shirt does not cover them. It almost seems impossible to keep myself covered, but I still manage. I just stick to a regular t-shirt that is one size bigger than my actual waist size, since my bust can lift up my shirt and expose my belly, which is also attractive to onlooking men. Now, I never realized how difficult it is for men with temptation until I sat down with my fiance one day and asked him what I could do to make it easier for him. He said, "I'm doing a great job of dressing modestly, but some actions I do are more than I thought they would be. Even a simple hug can be bad. Just keep your hugs as side hugs or put your arms in between you and your courting partner. Just like this." But my advice for you girls can be summed up in a list. Number 1. Act as though Jesus is sitting in the room with you. Although this may seem odd, but think about it. Would you be ashamed of what you're doing if Jesus were looking at you? Because in all reality, Jesus is. God is always watching you. Proverbs 15:3 says, "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good." My second thing is put down boundaries. Even though it may seem like you're being the bad guy, you aren't really. Boundaries such as not being alone in a room or only hugging for like 30 seconds can go a long way. Deuteronomy 11:27 says, "A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day." Third, talk about temptation with your partner. How can you know what is tempting if you don't ask? What may not be as tempting for you may be this huge temptation for him. Communication comes in handy in relationships. Forgive me, not very good at pronouncing a lot of Bible book names. Ecclesiastes, I can't say it. Okay, it's written down though. 9:17. The words of wise men are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Fourth, ask for advice. Having someone like an accountability partner is great. You cannot rely on your partner to play this role. When you are tempted, your partner will not tell you what you need to hear, but rather what you want. Talk to adults that have waited until marriage about temptation. They have great advice. With years comes wisdom. You cannot do this alone. You will need someone to talk to, even if it's just a fellow teen in your youth group, at church, or a friend that is also choosing to wait. 1 Corinthians 5:11 says, "But now I've written unto you not to keep company, if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner, with such an one know not to eat." Forgive me. So, those are some of my simple words about staying modest and pure. And remember that a guy should be looking into your heart and falling in love with your love for Christ, not for what he sees on the outside. He should be a blind man searching for your heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. It was nice chatting with you girls. Good luck!